Now, if you recall from the knitting video that I had made for the knit stitch, I had told you how the purl makes these little bumps. Let's flip it to the other side. And the knit stitch makes these V's. Now, one thing that can be done, if you want all of your knitting to look the same on one side and all of the knitting to look the same on the other, like you want V's on all one side and these bumps on the other, when you go to this side, you would knit. And I'll show you what that looks like. So if we insert towards the back, and knit this row, and knit this row, I'll show you what it looks like. Now here's the knitting with that row all done, where I purled the first row, which is that row right there, and I knit the second row so that way it forms the V's on one side and the bumps on the other. Now that's using the purl stitch for one row, the knit stitch for the other, and you keep alternating these every other row so that way you get what they call the stockinette stitch. So like I said earlier, you'll use the knit stitch and the purl stitch combined to form different stitches, and I'll teach you more as we go along in our series, and all the different stitches come together to form different patterns. With this one, you'll get bumps on one side and V's on the other. The one thing I will pre-warn you of though is that if you go to do a scarf like this, the edges, once you get longer, the edges tend to kind of curl in a bit. So normally when you're doing stockinette stitch, it's usually with some sort of a border, either all knit stitch or all purls along the edges, so that way it doesn't curl in. I have made a scarf previously in stockinette stitch, and when I was done, I steamed ironed it and laid it flat to dry, and that seemed to work very well. But this is learning how to purl, which let me just show you one more time for a review. You insert down, wrap the yarn clockwise, pull the needle towards the back, so you've got the yarn right back here, and you push off. And doing this knit row here as well still continues with the stockinette, because with alternating the knit stitch and the purl stitch, you would be up for, sorry, I kind of missed that one there. You would be up for a purl row to continue your stockinette stitch here. So you wrap it around clockwise, push it through to the back, and push off. Wrap it around clockwise, pull it through to the back, and push off. Insert pointed down, wrap it around clockwise, through to the back, and push off. And you just keep doing that. I hope that this is an easy tutorial for you. If you have any questions, like always, please feel free to ask. And that is how you purl, and using the knit and purl stitch in combination to make garter stitch. If you have any questions, again, please feel free to ask, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.